Darrin and David, we are all in agreement on what's going to take Album of the Year. It looks like a romp for Eminem. He's got competition with Arcade Fire, Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Lady Antebellum. But are any of these, David, really competition?
Well, Lady Antebellum, if they win record and song, they might win this. Lady Gaga has so much momentum right now. She's dominating the social media that's existing with Twitter and Facebook and YouTube and iTunes. She breaks a record every month leading up. It's an EP. That's what hurts her. So there's only 8 songs on it, but the 8 songs are really good. But it also hurts her that Katy Perry, who's also nominated in the pop field, is against her. So that's all those are negatives for her. But she does have a lot of momentum.
I mean, you know what though, David, I really, really don't think that Katy Perry is she will get 0 votes most likely. Right. Like her mom may vote for her if she's a voter, but she's no. I think that Eminem, I think that he is a strong front runner here. However, the one thing that scares me is that besides Lauryn Hill and Outkast, any other rappers won here?
No, it would be the third time. Lauryn Hill is in hip hop, but that was technically an R&B album, so it'd really be a second.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, I think Eminem is way out front here, but I would say watch out for Lady Antebellum because they.
But I will say this. This is Eminem's 3rd Album of the Year nomination, but they're not like the Oscars. They don't really have a makeup factor. They really don't care about that. Springsteen's never won this.
Right.
I've seen in the past decade, Kanye West and Radiohead both had 3 nominations in this category, and no one gave a crap. And I don't know what's going to happen with this category in the future because people aren't really buying albums. Right. Katy Perry is like an artist like Rihanna. Nobody makes this analogy, Tom. We're both in New York. There are some places that sell, you buy a pizza pie, and there's some just by the slice. And I really think artists like Katy Perry and Rihanna are like this by a slice, and they're really big by singles. But if you buy the whole pie, it's not as good. Does that make sense?
Exactly. Well, you could probably make that. I like the argument, and I understand what you're doing with it, but you could probably also say the same thing about Taylor Swift, and we would have been proven wrong with that. Look, I think that Lady Gaga is such a huge, force, and I believe that the fact that she's not nominated for Record of the Year for Bad Romance, which is criminal, of course, because
definitely hurts her.
Could that possibly help her here?
But she has 6 nominations, though. It's not like they completely snubbed her. They just didn't give her record and song. And she could win all of them but this one. So on the next day in the newspaper, she could be in the headlines.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, you know what? I think the only thing that hurts Lady Gaga here is that everyone knows that she's about to put out her next album.
That is true.
And it's going to be
most anticipated album.
You already know it. So I think that a lot of voters are thinking that they'll wait until next year.
That's a good point.
Award her here. That's what I think. So
it is true. And this is a different Eminem album. He didn't do his usual formula.
Right.
He didn't go in the Slim Shady character.
Right.
He didn't have a first single release where he's going welcome back and name drops pop culture celebrities.
Right.
It didn't have a sample where he gets serious. It was a better album than his others. I will say that.
But no, let's stay on this point for a moment. The contents of Eminem's album is an advantage here because it's a much more mature album. It's the rebound from substance abuse. It's the same thing, rehab themed as Amy Winehouse winning here before. That's huge.
Right. You know what? Right now here, I would say that Eminem reminds me of Natalie Cole when she won album of the year after her whole addiction, and it was all
I thought that was her father
now, and then they gave her album of the year after all
and that was a big part of it. You're right.
Yeah.
They like to welcome people back for that.
Oh, I thought that was a long time ago, but I thought that was because of her father, and she covered an out song with him and all that.
It was part of that, yeah. But also the fact that she was on the talk shows,
saying
publicly talking about this,
right?
What a difference 10 years ago makes. Because he was protested outside, and here it's a full circle moment for him. He getting the top award.
Right.
And he has the most nominations, so he has the momentum and he has the sales. And he was the best-selling album of the last decade. Even though Rolling Stone didn't name him one of the 8 artists of the past decade, he was the top-selling artist in the artist of the past decade album-wise. And the industry is in trouble.
Yeah,
definitely.
So it all adds up for him.
Well, I mean, it's
but he's not huggable like you say.
It's getting extremely bad when Katy Perry is nominated here.